Hello everyone. Good morning and good afternoon. Yeah, I was sitting the live stream on YouTube, and I hope the participants will join us soon. Some of them already joined us, and please rename your name with the last 3 digits of your paper ID that we may recognize you as a participant here in this session. Can you do that? Am I audible?
Yes, you can hear you, Dr. Shakir.
Okay, thank you so much. So we need just your first name plus the last 3 digits of your paper ID. You can rename it in this way. Is it possible?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So only the first name, right?
Yeah, only the first name and the last 3 digits of your paper ID.
Okay. Like this.
Yeah, good. Thank you, Anindya.
You're welcome.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Good. Okay, just let's wait for a while. The other participant, if want to join us, can come to the Zoom. Professor Amjad, can you hear me? Professor Amjad, can you hear me? Please rename your name with the first name and last 3 digits of your paper ID. Okay, thank you so much. And yeah, I will just be just to wait a minute.
Hello, you can hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello?
Thank you.
Yeah, the problem is hello, sorry for the interruption, because it was I can't share now my presentation. It's not Dr. Amjad Al-Fahoum, but I'm using his email. This is Dr. Nasser Balawi, the one who represents the paper so that can
Thank
you
you. Thank
allow
you,
me to,
Dr. Thank you, Dr. Nasser. Can you please put the last 3 digits of your paper ID together with the first name, your name, with
okay,
to read
I
your
will,
Zoom
I will,
name.
yeah, okay, I will do that, but just give me, I want to make sure that I can share my screen. Can you see it?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not,
yeah. I
that
think
enable it.
there will be no problem with sharing the screen, and you will wait for your turn to
Okay,
present
okay,
the
okay,
paper.
okay,
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 thank
okay. I will change the name to match the ID number of my paper. Okay, just give
okay,
me a
thank you.
few seconds. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, and welcome all to the online international conference on economic, business, tourism, and social sciences, which is organized by International Institute of Academic Research and Publication, that is known as IIARP. I am Dr. Shakir and the coordinator for this conference, and I hope all the participants, yeah, okay. All the participants in this conference already got the necessary materials, such as the program schedule and other instructions for this online session. And I just wanna notify you all that for each presentation there will be 10 minutes, and there will be extra 5 minutes for each participant in the question and answer session to participate and reply the question from other participants, or to suggest or discuss things regarding your papers or presentation. And after the completion of all the presentations, we will have the question and answer session, not during the session. So you can note your questions or suggestion, and then you can come to the Q&A session at the end, and we can discuss the questions regarding presentations. And I want to mention all those participants who already sent the presentations in the recording form or video PPTs. They actually don't need to play it here live on Zoom. And we will upload all those PPTs on our YouTube channel, and the link I will share later with you. Can take it and you can see your presentation, your video presentation. And all those participants who are needed by their universities to present live or to play their videos, they can come to play it here on Zoom, or they can come to present it here as live. I also welcome our session chair, Professor Dr. Michael Lee, from the Jujing Normal University of China. And Professor Ali will have the role to assess and evaluate every live presentation, and on the basis of that assessment, the best presenter will get an award in the form of certificate. And the assessment criteria, it's quite simple, which include the assessment on the contents from the paper, and the presentation skills, and time management skills, and attraction of the audiences, and the good impressions on the audiences, etc. So I hope you will enjoy with us. And now I will invite our session chair to have the started remarks, and after that, I will share my screen to introduce you with the International Institute of Academic Research and Publication for a short time, and then we can proceed to the session. Professor Mike Ali, thank you so much and welcome.
Well, hello everyone. On behalf of IIARP, I should say thanks to all of you and welcome to join your international conference. Well, before we start, I should give you some instruction about that. I will read the paper ID, title, and your names. So after that, you can start and present your paper here. So I think all the things already mentioned by the co-host about the comments and the question session. So I think there's no need to do the repetition again. So I think we can start if you people are ready. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, but first I think let me introduce you with the organization who organized this conference, and you can know about this organization and their activities. Let me share my screen. Where is the PPT? Can you see my screen? Is it visible to everyone?
Yes, clear.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, this is International Institute of Academic Research and Publication, known as IIARP, based in India. And IIARP is a conglomeration of academia and professionals for the promotion of research and innovation, creating a global footprint. And IIARP aims to bring together worldwide researchers and professionals, which encourage intellectual development and providing opportunities for networking and collaboration among researchers. And this association is actively involved in academic networking, meetings, conferences, workshop projects, research publications, academic awards, scholarships, and many more academic activities. This is about IIARP, and our main objective, IIARP objective is to attract researchers from different fields to share their knowledge and scientific breakthroughs to a wide audience under one roof. Under one roof also mean online as well as in-person conferences and other activities. IIARP also aim in focus on sharing. That's IIARP deeply believe that sharing information and knowledge and staying up to date is a key aspect for success, especially for researchers and academicians. IIARP also work on networking, establishing networks. And why networking is important? Because sometimes we lose time while looking for the solutions that others have already found. So we can share all those solutions in our academic activities, such as online as well as in-person conferences, workshop, and many other academic activities. So what we basically do, IIARP is involved in world-class networking, international as well as national conferences, and work for publication in international journals, in publication of conference proceeding, and many other stuff. IIARP is well known for organizing scientific and academic international conferences around the world, such as Malaysia, Thailand, Japan, Indonesia, India, Singapore, UAE, Sri Lanka, Philippines, Bangladesh, Nepal, Russia, Egypt, Nigeria, USA, and many more other countries in top cities or capital cities around the world. These are our associates. That include PhD cluster. Our media partner is Conference Alert 360, and our publication are supported by F1000 Research, that is a group of Taylor and Francis. So there are opportunities for the participants. They are publication opportunities in addition to the publication of conference proceedings. The author can publish their abstracts, such as extended abstracts, e-posters, and presentation slides with a DOI. And you can also choose to publish your research with the DOI in an international journal indexed by Google Scholar. And all the accepted papers, research papers, and those who choose to publish their papers will also goes to multidisciplinary Scopus Index journals. And we strongly recommend all the participants to choose F1000 Research as a Q1 Scopus journal. And it's quite easy to publish there if you have an associated data, and if your paper is good and the quality, you can choose this journal. Later, I will explain how it works. And IIARP have a gateway in F1000 Research, and this gateway is an open research publication hub that is dedicated to publishing research rapidly and in a transparent manner. So how it works, this gateway, and how this F1000 Research works. F1000 Research basically is a group of Taylor and Francis, a journal of Taylor and Francis. It provides a platform to publish all forms of research in the physical and life sciences, engineering, medicine, business, economic, management, social sciences, and humanities. And the research you can see this ranging from research article to software tools articles, methods articles, and many other formats you can publish in this journal. What are the benefits while publishing in F1000 Research? It's the most important is that this journal enable authors, not editors, to decide what they want to do with their papers. And authors can suggest peer reviewers based on the specific criteria for the reviewers, and then you can control the whole process of your publication. But there are specific criteria how to select the reviewers and how to suggest the reviewers for your paper. So how it works, you can submit your paper in F1000 Research, and you can also publish your data, associated data, such as a data set in SPSS data set, interview schedule, field notes, and other associated data sets. And then you can also suggest when your paper is accepted in F1000 Research, you can suggest 5 potential reviewers, and the reviewers must follow specific criteria, such as the reviewer must be PhD, or he or she must have 3 or 4 or 5 relevant papers published in Scopus Index journals. And when the reviewers are suggested, they will be invited to review your paper. It means first your paper will be published, then reviewers will be invited, and then the reviewers will review your paper, and then you have to revise your paper and then upload it again. And if the two reviewers approve your paper, it means it will go for indexing in Scopus Tier 1. So that's, you see, is an author-oriented process. You can control most of the things in this journal. It's quite easy, quite author-oriented process, and I hope you can choose this journal for publication. But this is an open access journal, mean you need to pay an APC, article processing charges. These are some recent publication by IIARP and Scopus in Web of Science Index journals. These are some of the examples, but basically IIARP publish dozens of papers every month. So that's just few examples. These are some of the highlights of the previous in-person conferences, and you can visit our website, www.iiarp.org, for exploring more about upcoming conferences and other activities. That's all. Thank you so much. And thank you so much. And now I will invite the session. Wait, I just want to see the message. The user was like to request if I can present it in a possible, it would be great. Okay, no problem. You can present it at the end, no problem. Okay, thank you so much, and I hope you might learn a bit about IIARP, and now I'm inviting the session chair to proceed to the session. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity. So now here we can start. I'm gonna read the paper ID, which is 520. The importance of the role parents in providing sexual education and avoid sexual harassments among low-class students as they, Niagara, whatever is. The name of author is VC. Forgive me if I pronounce the name wrongly because it's almost not in English in different languages. So if she's here, VC, so please proceed.
520. I think Wesi, you already sent your paper video PPT. Am I right?
Yes, right. I have sent.
So you want to play it here? You want to present it here, or we can just upload it to our YouTube channel? That's enough, I think.
Maybe play.
Okay, so you don't want to play it here, so you can see it on our YouTube channel. Later I will share the link. Okay.
Yes, not any problem.
Okay, thank you so much. So please, this is a video presentation, and we can proceed to the next one. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So now we can move to the next one, which paper ID is 522. And the title is, How Does Implementing the Sustainable Power Plants Corporate Social Responsibility? Okay, the author name is Wawen. If she's here or he, I can also please proceed.
522, paper ID 522. Are you available?
Yes, Dr. Shakir and Professor Mike.
Okay, thank you so
Please
much.
proceed.
Please share your screen.
Okay, let me share my screen first. Okay. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me make it slideshow. Okay, wait, I think.
Other participant, please mute yourself during the session. complete, other may not be disturbed. Thank you.
Okay. Oh yeah, this one.
Are you able to share your screen? Yeah, okay, it's
Yeah.
visible now. Thank you.
Okay. You can still see my screen, Doctor?
Yeah, it's visible. Thank you.
Okay,
Please
thank you very much. Okay, good afternoon, the Honorable Professor Mike Ali and Dr. Shakir, and also the other participant. First of all, I would like to say thank you for the opportunity to be present in the International Conference on Economics, Business, Tourism, and Social Science. So here, my name is Anindya, and I would like to present my themes and articles entitled How Does Implementing the Sustainable Power Plant's Corporate Social Responsibility Program Impact the Welfare and Environmental Concerns of Local MSMEs? So first, these are the members of my team. The first author and the team is led by Professor Wawan Dewanto. Is a lecturer at the School of Business and Management Institute Teknologi Bandung in Indonesia. And then there is a Dr. Fatia Saifur Rahman, also a lecturer at the School of Electrical and Informatics Engineering Institute Teknologi Bandung in Indonesia. And the third author is Fania Nuriski Romadoni, is a lecturer at the Faculty of Economics and Business Islamic Economic Study Program in Halim Sanusi University in Indonesia. And myself, Anindya Pratiwi Putri, research assistant at the School of Business and Management Institute Teknologi Bandung as a speaker, and also the Gita Hindrawati, a digital business practitioner at Indogrid MLP. And next, I would like to explain about the abstract of my themes and articles. First, it begins with the problem. In Indonesia, it is a country that has many energy sources, so it can become one of the countries that can provide energy needs that continue to increase. So the problems, the high level of electrical energy consumption in Indonesia raises consideration for using alternative energy as a source of power generation so that it doesn't impact the environment. And the condition right now, several power plants in Indonesia have utilized energy sources that have an excellent environmental impact. This supports the plant's CSR program, which wants to protect the environment and strives to realize the zero waste principle. And in addition, the existence of power plants is an attraction for tourists because usually the power plant will be close to its energy source and can become a tourist spot. So it has a significant impact on improving the welfare of MSMEs in the community around the plant. So the objective is this study tries to analyze how the impact of the existence of a power plant on the surrounding MSMEs. And the result is a model that can facilitate and bridge the needs of power plants and MSMEs in the vicinity to create a business ecosystem that can prosper MSMEs and create awareness for the environment around power plants. So for the description part, this is the conceptual framework that my team ERA has generated from the literature review that we have conducted. So this issue for the now exists is that MSMEs are having a lot of difficulties and their sustainability is in jeopardy because of the pandemic's effects. So CSR program initiatives, to particularly in times of crisis, are said to boost value according to prior study. As we know, Kotler described as CSR as a commitment to enhance community welfare through ethical business practices and the contribution of company resources. And companies have a responsibility to demonstrate their commitment to the environment through the implementation of CSR. So because of this, business that operate legally and in the field of or related to natural resources have social and environmental obligation. And one of them is a state-owned company that oversees every aspect of Indonesian's electricity supply. The state-owned company has a large number of generating offices around Indonesia in areas that largely rely on natural resources. So consequently, the Office of the Power Plant must have a CSR program that can enhance the welfare of the neighborhood around the power plant, particularly the welfare of MSMEs. And according to the majority of studies, CSR reduces business risk and lessens the unfavorable relationship between manager entrenchments and firm value. And a business will not be able to sustain its operations over the long run without operating responsibility and using its resources effectively. And it would be a great idea to integrate CSR initiatives and make them a part of organizational culture, which could lead to greater employee performance and commitment from different stakeholders. And trusted and comparable CSR reporting can establish an authentic source of facts on a firm's environmental behavior. CSR initiatives also improves brand image in the minds of customers. So based on that, we created the conceptual framework that consists of company size, government policies, organizational culture would affect the CSR program, and it would also affect the MSME's welfare and environmental concerns. And lastly, the conclusion. It is found that company size, government policies, and organizational culture can influence CSR programs. And government policies and the size of the company support the realization of sustainable CSR program. And also, the literature study that we have conducted succeeded in identifying two influences that would appear on the surrounding MSMEs in the process of implementing the CSR program. And these two things are first the welfare of MSMEs and the emergence of awareness of caring for the environment. So this conceptual framework is expected to be a guide for companies in implementing CSR program, because companies can focus on what factors must be considered and affect the CSR programs. Thank you very much for the time and the opportunities. And I think that's all from me.
Thank you so much. Thank you for presenting your comprehensive presentation in the role and the influence of CSR and the environment and the well-being of the local communities. Is quite an important issue. Thank you so much. And
Thank you,
yeah,
Doctor.
next we will have a Q&A session at the end, and if anyone have question, we can discuss it later at the end. Professor Ali. Professor Ali.
Yeah, thank you very much for your presentation. It was really appreciable and knowledgeable. So now we have to move to the next presenter. I will call the ID number is 524. 524. The collectivity and effective commitment in a private company implies the role of different sons as a moderator.
It's 523. 523.
Sorry, yeah, 523. The
Yes,
523,
Dr.
the impacts of existence of a franchise. Anastasia, please, if you are there, please proceed. Thank you.
Yeah, I think you sent your video PPT. So if you don't want to present it here, we will upload it to our YouTube channel, and you can see your presentation over there. Okay. Or if you want to present it here, you can also do it now.
No, Doctor.
Okay, thank you. So she already sent her PPT. We can proceed to the next one. Professor Ali, thank you.
Okay, thank you. I will call the paper ID is 524. The collectivity and effective commitment in the private companies implies.
Yes, it's
Dr.
it's
Oh,
my-
okay, if you are there, please proceed.
yes, it's my presentation. So I would like to start. Is it okay, Dr. Sakir? I will start now.
Yeah, please share your screen and start your presentation. Thank you.
Okay. let me share my screen. Is it appear now?
Yeah, it's visible. Thank you.
Okay. Good afternoon, especially for Dr. Shakir and Honorable Professor Mike Ali, and also all of the participants from this international conference. And first of all, I would like to say thank you for accepting my article to present in this event, an international conference on economics, business, tourism, and social sciences. Okay, my research, my presentation will be talk about the collectivity and effective commitment in private companies employees, the role of dividend silence as a moderator. This one is my concern about the people development in organization. So this is my research and this is my biographies, and I'm an associate professor at psychology faculty from Pancasila University, Jakarta, Indonesia, and here for some information about my research before and my preferences right now. I start with abstract of this research. The aim of the research is to discussion about the dividend silence as a moderator in the influence of collectivity on the effective commitment of employees. And the research method I use, this is the quantitative research method with 104 participants. All of them is employees of private company in Jakarta. And the measurement, I use the 3 measurement. First is effective commitment. I adapted from Allen and Mayer. And then dividend silence, I use the measurement instrument developed by Brinswil, consisting of 5 items, and collectivity using an instrument developed by Mock and Wagner, consisting in 10 items. The data analysis used regression with the gradual steps, and the result is dividend silence can play a role as a moderator in the effect of collectivity on effective commitment. The description, I would like to start with the background of this research. First of all of us knowing that right now the business competition and the limited talent will be challenges for the organization, for the managerial of this organization. So that's why right now, especially in Jakarta and Indonesia, develop the increasing HR piracy, as we know, as a headhunters. So this program, this activity will affect an organization as a HR moving. So when the employee moving from the first company to others company, so for the others company, it will make turnover, and this is that's why I would like to say that this phenomena we can prevent it, and how to prevent it. One of them is with the affection bonding of the employees, and then we can find here that when employees have the bonding from the company and with the company, with people in the company. So this is the answer of my question first, that why the effective commitment still matter to do research right now. And the second background about what I would like to tell about the research is that as we know, Indonesia is the collectivist country, like Hofstede in Hofstede research in 2005, and as a collectivism, they have the characteristic like this, that we develop our we culture. We usually connect to community. We usually selflessness, and we usually group achievements. No, so the sense of individual, the sense of self is very narrow in the collectivistic culture, and this collectivistic culture will be internalized and identification of the people among the country, including the employees in the company in Indonesia. So the internalization, I mean this with internalization identification is, if we talk about the internalization, so we explain the congruency with their own value, which another person or group. So if the people, if the employee have the congruency value with the organization, so it will be connected with the organization. And the identification is about the how people, how employees adopt the attitudes and behavior to achieve satisfying and self-defining relationship with another person or a group itself. And it means also that when people have identification the values of the collectivistic and the company, so they will adopt attitude and behavior to proceed about the achievement of the group itself. So this is answer the question that describe the relation, collectivity, and effective commitment. The third situation and my research background is we'll talk about it's the same thing. The background is the collectivistic. If we talk about the culture of collectivistic, as a collective people usually think as a harmony. They simply that difficult to show the disagreement. They cannot showing if they did not agree with other opinion, with other with other information or with other ideas. So they prefer to silence. That's why, and this is occur in Indonesia mostly, not every employees in Indonesia, but mostly in Indonesia. We will show that employees prefer to silence if it come to the disagreement in the company. And that's why, in order to avoid the inconvenience, they are prefer to silence in order to avoid inconvenience and fear to losing the job. If they saw the agreement, the disagreement, they will feel fear and that will losing the job, or see how they will deal with the inconvenient or the inconvenient situation in their work. So based on the first, second, and third background, research background, I would like to propose the hypothesis model of the research, the collectivity influence effective commitment, but with diffident silence as a moderator. And this one, the moderator analysis model, I adopt from Veron and Kenny and also Hayes, that will describe how diffident silence will be proving as a moderator for influence collectivity to effective commitment. And this is the step when I will use for the analysis. First, I will try to analyze the effect of collectivity on the effective commitment, and then the effect of collectivity and diffident silence on the effective commitment. And the last one is the effect of collectivity, diffident silence, and the product. And the product is collectivity cross diffident silence. And this is the result of my research from this statistical research. We showing that diffident silence, proving here that it's become a moderator for influence the collectivity on effective commitment. And this is the explanation that we saw here. The purple line explained that when employees show low diffident silence, the effect of collectivity on the effective commitment is also low, and green line explained the effect of collectivity on the effective commitment to employees with high diffident silence. So the conclusion of my research is the collectivity plays a role in effective commitment, likewise with diffident silence. So both of them have effect on the effective commitment. The result of further exploration explained that diffident silence is the moderator of the effect collectivistic on effective commitment. This result explains that employees who have an effective commitment because of the collectivistic will strengthen their effective commitment when the employee choose to be silent dividend. This is because when employees increase their dividend silence, they will feel more secure and comfortable, thus helping to strengthen the role of harmony and effective commitment. So thank you. That's all for my presentation. Thank you for the opportunity. I think I will stop my presentation.
Thank you so much. Thank you for presenting this important idea about collective values in Indonesian society and connecting it with the effective commitment in enterprise. And I think it's quite interesting and good study. And I hope it will be publishable in a good journal. Thank you so much.
Thank
Professor Ali.
Well, thank you very much.
You are muted, Professor Ali.
Okay, sorry. Okay, thank you for the presenter. Your presentation was quite good and quite self-explanatory and knowledgeable. So I would like to move to the next presenter. Okay, so the paper ID is 529, if I'm not wrong. Okay, how ECG
Okay.
can be applied in Taiwan?
Yeah.
Please, if you are there, go on. You are.
Yes. Okay,
you.
I will share my screen.
Yeah, 529.
Okay. Oh, can you see my screen now?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Hi, everyone. It's good afternoon. I am from Taiwan. I want to talk about my subject is how ESG could be applied in the Taiwan yachting industry. Yes. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, it's visible. Please move on.
Okay. All right. Hi. This is my my background, and I'm from the industry of the marine industry for nearly 20 years. So all my research will be all yachting related. This is my abstract. The continuing pollutions in the yachting industry has been a bigger concern for many people. The poor disposal of both solid and liquid waste. Solid waste like plastic and used wooden material, and liquid waste such as diesel and other oil, paint, and chemical. This study aimed to investigating how ESG can be applied in Taiwan yachting industry to curb the environmental degradations in the regions. Taiwan is in the year of the global order book, currently still either number 4 or number 5 of the global order for the 80 feet up yachts. The purpose of the study, since the 1970s, Taiwan has been known as a kingdom of the yachts. 99% of the yachts built in Taiwan are exported worldwide. And most of the raw materials, such as engines, generators, or appliances, air conditionings, and teak woods, all these items are imported from worldwide to Taiwan and assembling everything in here and export. Most of them export to Europe or USA. According to the ICEBTS, the public is increasing concern about climate change, increased pollutions, and the discharge of various kinds of the waste into the environment on the land and water. As a result, numerous research and global campaigns has recommended Taiwan yacht stakeholders adopt and practice sustainable and environmental, social, and governance into the yacht industry, especially the boat builders in Taiwan. As you can see from the picture below, there are so many thick woods and fiberglass all applied on the boat. There are many environmental issues that affect the boat builders. The hazardous chemical use in the boat buildings and steering emissions, collect those sawdust and other dust from the workshop. The exhaust emission from the boat engines and generators, evaporating emissions from the fuel systems. And also the more important is the environment safety for the workers, the use of the dust mask and respiratory and environmental suit. Beyond this are global issues such as energy usage and reducing the carbon footprint. The use of the material has been significantly environmentally impacted, such as exotic woods from the rainforest and resins and plastic made from the petroleum. Sustainable designs, which is proposed like for the hybrid yachts, combine the traditional and innovative technology to limit carbon footprint. What are the environmental benefits of the hybrid systems? The fuel consumption is reduced by up to 30%, reduce the yachting year CO2 emissions, reduce the engine running hours, the pollutions for the engines and generators, reduce the environmental exhaust and water pollutions. The reduce the environmental impact could be from the operations, constructions, and also the owners. For the construction side, which is we target, that is the boat builders could have the electrical power with a possible such as use a lithium battery to power up the air condition instead of using a generator to reduce the gas emissions, and use a LED light and non-toxic anti-fall paint, and use electrical toys like tenders instead of gasoline. So for the crew and gas auto owners, they could reduce some of eco-friendly like washing products and recycling and proper waste disposal. Pay attention when they drop the anchors during the traveling. During this research findings, the yacht industry is become increasingly aware of how important it is to leave a minimal footprint behind the leisure travel. As more eco-friendly technology become available, owners can make more sustainable decisions without compromising on the performance and cost. According to Metros, 40% of the air and water pollution in the yachting industry comes through reliance and continuous use of the fossil fuel, which is always produce a different kind of the greenhouse gas and oil that leaks into the water. Therefore, the ability of an organizations in the yachting industry to understand their gaps between their present status and their 5 years plans will assist them to characterize the drive, activities, and assess for developing a better strategy of an ESG roadmap. The research implications and limitations. The social implications is improving water and air quality and reduce the greenhouse gas emissions. The ESG in Taiwan yachting sectors helps to reduce the resource wastage. The practical implications is that ESG encounters setting up the repairing center, which is encourage the people, the ship owners, like to reuse and refurbish the vessel instead of buying the new ones, and to benefit the environment and the people, since it solves the unemployment issues and reduce the pollutions. The limitation of the research is there are limited research on and studies about the application of the ESG in the Taiwan yachting industry. This makes the challenge to get information and require for the subjects. Thank you.
Thank you so much for presenting this interesting topic on the environmental issues in yachting industries. And I think it's quite important topic, and it can have implication for the policies. And this article is good and can be published in a good journal. Yeah. We will have a Q&A session, and if someone have any suggestion or questions about this presentation, we can discuss. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ali, are you available?
Yeah, thanks, Eva. It was really knowledgeable about the water pollution because of the yachting, and it was really good for the environmental protection as well. It was quite good and interesting about Taiwan. So I will move to the next presenter. The paper ID is 535. The effect of cultural diversity on a corporate social responsibility. Ethan Wu, if you are there, please proceed. Ethan Wu, are you there?
Paper ID 535. Paper ID 535 is available.
No, I think so.
Paper ID 535 is not available, so we can move to the next one, please.
Okay, the next one, paper ID is 537. Factors affecting intention use of cryptocurrency for the payments. If you are there, please proceed.
537, I think, is a video PPT. 537, are you still available here? 537? I think not. So it's a video PPT, and we will upload it to our YouTube channel, so we can proceed to the next one, please.
Okay, the next one, paper ID is 538. The validation availability of the English language self-confidence questionnaire for the use in Pakistani context.
538.
Yeah, Sania Aziz. Very good. Thank you. Please proceed.
Thank you. I'll share my screen.
Sania Aziz is here.
Is my screen visible for everyone?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, first of all, to the International Institute of Academic Research and Publication and Dr. Shakir and all the team gave me the opportunity to share my a little bit of work with you guys. The topic of my research is the validation and reliability of the English language self-confidence questionnaire for use in Pakistani context. The team is Sali Rahadi Asi, who is my lecturer and who is also teaching at Universitas Indonesia. And myself, I did my master's in developmental psychology at Universitas Indonesia. Further on, I'll move towards my topic. Basically, the aim of my study is to examine the self-confidence questionnaire by Clement and Becker, 2001, regarding the English language anxiety among Pakistani students. So the research did the pre-test of English self-confidence questionnaire to see the reliability and validity of English self-confidence questionnaire among Pakistani students. Followed by, furthermore, we administer around 51 participants who were college and undergraduate public students in Pakistan, who were recruited from a general population for the pre-testing to test the validity of the scale. We found out that the scale was pretty good, valid and reliable, with the Cronbach alpha value of 0.949, and which shows the good statistical reliability and validity for the Pakistani population. So further on going, that why I chose this topic, or further on continue with this research, was English language has become the need of the day in today's world. In this era, the English language has played an essential role in our daily lives. It is the source of communication in many parts of the world. There are many countries whose national or native language is not English. Learning English as a foreign language or second language for non-natives can be complicated or difficult sometimes, and they can face multiple issues. Individuals face difficulty in learning a second language, in reading, writing, listening, and multiple English language skills. So it can be complex and challenging for non-native speakers whose English is not their first language. In the context of Pakistan, English language anxiety has been an issue since the British colonial era. In the context of Pakistan, the English language was introduced by the British colonization. And after the independence of Pakistan, it was declared as one of the official languages, along with the Urdu as the national language of Pakistan. Due to this sudden change in language in the academic and administrative system, left the Pakistanis to face more language barriers to be fluent and more better in English language skills, such as in writing, reading, listening, and especially in speaking by Naveed and M in 2017. According to multiple researchers, self-confidence can be a booster towards the English language anxiety. Self-confidence is basically believing in oneself's worth, their aptitudes, and their capability and their judgment towards their self. So the language confidence is defined as self-perception of communicative competence combined with the low level of fear in using the foreign language, which leads to increasing use and communication competency in the second language. So we can see that self-confidence can play a great role towards the language competency, the communication level, and the fluency. A study conducted in Pakistan to examine the association between self-confidence and English-speaking skills of the first grade university students at public university found out that there was a positive relationship between self-confidence and speaking ability, which was significant according to Akhtar et al. And Ahmed et al. 2017 and 19. So considering this factor, that it can be an essential factor in Pakistani population as well. Although my master research were also based on the English language anxiety and self-confidence and teacher support. So I looked for multiple scales which were valid and reliable for Pakistani population, but I couldn't find one which was already tested in Pakistan, and I could say with the statistical value that it is reliable and valid. So we came up with this pre-testing to consider the need of this scale, which was valid and reliable for Pakistani population. And the research aimed to test the Climate and Becker English Self-Confidence Scale, which was created in 2019 by Climate and Becker, to test it in Pakistani population. On the other hand, the self-confidence scale was for English language skills was not used or tested in Pakistani population before. So the method we chose for this study was an online data collection. We collected the data via online G-form through multiple social media platforms. And the criteria for our participants was who were enrolled in 9th or 10th grade in Pakistan, or the college level in Pakistan, and bachelor program students, specifically from public or government schools, universities in Pakistan. Furthermore, the age requirement for the participants was 18 or 18 above. The data analysis that we used for this research was validity and reliability test analysis. The reliability test for the English self-confidence scale among Pakistani students shows the good Cronbach alpha score with 0.949. The total items were 12, out of which the 6th item shows less validity score, but overall validity was good enough. So we consider this scale as valid and reliable for Pakistani population. The study finding revealed that the English self-confidence scale is statistically valid and reliable for Pakistani population, and the reliability and validity of questionnaires are as significant as the research instrument for the Pakistani population. So the study examines the validity to enhance the instrument validity and reliability of the self-confidence scale by Clement and Becker. Thus, it concludes that the English self-confidence scale is trustworthy and valid instrument for use among Pakistani students who were suffering from English language anxiety. That's all from me. Thank you very much. If there are any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for presenting this interesting topic regarding self-confidence in connecting it with English fluency and speaking anxiety, and also highlighting the literature gap regarding Pakistani people in the English language situation. I hope this paper will be publishable in a good journal. Thank you so much, and we will have a Q&A session at the end, and if someone have question or any suggestion can come to discuss it. Thank you. Professor Ali.
Well, thanks for the presenter. The presentation was quite awesome about the new concept of language anxiety and learning all these aspects, which covers the local culture. Now, I would like to move to the next presenter. I will say the paper ID. The paper ID is 539. Assessing consumption of Muslim households, sports, development offices, and community sports. If you are there, please proceed.
I think it's a video presentation.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
So we can move to the next one. I will say the paper ID is 540. The role of organizational hierarchy. If you are here, please present.
540, right?
Yeah, 540, yes.
540 is, I see it is also a video presentation. So please move to the next one.
Okay, the next paper ID is 541. Soft skills of employability from lecturer's perspective.
541.
Dr. Nusharma, please, if you are there, please proceed.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes, we can.
All right, thank you. I hope you can see my screen. Okay, hello from Malaysia. I'm Norshima, and this afternoon, but before that, okay, thank you, Prof. Shakir and Prof. Mai Ali. The topic that I'm sharing for this afternoon is soft skills for employability from lecturer's perspective. Right, these are the authors for this research. I'm Norshima. We have Nur Shafika and also Dr. Belinda. This is the abstract, right? I'll go through it briefly. We have 3 objectives for the study, and we used an online survey to collect data, where data is analyzed using SPSS version 25, and we have suggestions, yeah, after the study is completed. So let's start, okay? The topic is actually on critical thinking, soft skills, and how it is being taught at the Malaysian higher institution, educational institution. So what is critical thinking? Okay, critical thinking is one of the most discussed higher order thinking skills, and is seen to play a vital role in logical reasoning, decision making, and problem solving. It is one of the higher education's most highly valued 21st century skill. Right. Instead of having students being spoon-fed and relying solely on textbook and other people's opinion or internet resources, critical thinking will allow students to come up with own solution, even if they are basic problems, and they can use reasoning skills to explain their solution. In Malaysia, critical thinking was introduced in the 90s, as mandated by the Ministry of Higher Education. The integration of critical thinking in Malaysian higher education has been implemented since 2008. So we see for more than 20 years of teaching critical thinking, it is said to be one of the most quoted reasons for graduates' unemployment. Employers claim that graduates do not have critical thinking skills, especially soft skills. This also is connected to the issue of skill gap, where what is being taught in the higher education institution does not match with what is wanted in the working world. Right. By the end of 2006, universities in Malaysia got a top-down directive directing all academic staff members to redesign the undergraduate courses and to include relevant soft skills in each of the courses, whether at faculty or department level. The Ministry of Higher Education has outlined 7 generic or soft skills. They are communication skills, critical thinking and problem-solving skills, lifelong learning and information management skills, teamwork skills, entrepreneurial abilities, moral and professional ethics, and lastly, leadership skills. There are 2 main facts, okay? Because employers recognize that graduates are academically accomplished, but they lack soft skills like communication and analytical skills. Number 2, the globalization of the labor force and job market forces employers to choose graduates with the most relevant skills to the needs of the former, okay? So where employment is concerned, many graduates stepped into the interview rooms with excellent grades. They are good graduates, good students. Their grades are very good, but what sets them apart is their critical thinking competency skills, especially the appropriate soft skills or employability skills. Their lack of soft skills is a significant reason to why they are not being employed. Okay, moving on. The theoretical framework for this research, okay, we choose pragmatic learning adopted from Dewey 1916. It says here learning influence, you have to apply what is being learned to accomplish the learner's fullest potential. So according to this theory, theory of pragmatic learning, students must first learn. All right, when student must learn, then we have to teach. Okay, they must be educated to apply what they have learned. So after teaching, we have to give them the opportunity or chance to apply what they have learned, to tap on their fullest potential. So in other words, students must receive the necessary instruction to put what they have learned into practice, that's application, in order to become outstanding performers with a variety of job options. Okay, this is pragmatic learning theory. All right, next we related to this study is this soft skills under critical thinking. Where do we put soft skills? Okay, so we teach critical thinking in Malaysia. So this is according to Bloom's critical thinking model. So under critical thinking, we have the 3 domains, okay, cognitive, the affective domain, and psychomotor. So all these 3 domains, we have to activate. I mean, we have to teach, give students to be good, in all these 3 domains, so that they are balanced individual, they are holistic. Okay, so the 7 soft skills suggested by the Ministry of Higher Education is put under the affective domain. No doubt, they do need a cognitive domain or psychomotor domain to perform the soft skills, but the affective domain under critical thinking is most related where soft skills is concerned, hence this theoretical framework. So the conceptual framework for the study is this: IV, soft skills, and DV, graduates employability. We are saying that all the soft skills will influence graduates' employability. All the 7 soft skills will influence this graduate employability. Next, we will look at the research objectives. There are only three objectives. The first one is to investigate the soft skills needed by new employees or future graduates in an educational organization from a lecturer's perspective. Okay. The second research objective is to examine whether new employees or future graduates have the soft skills needed for employment from lecturers' perspectives, because lecturers are our samples of this study. And the last or third research objective is to determine whether soft skills are being taught at the university. So methodology, also the research design is a mixed method research, which uses an online survey that has both closed and open-ended question. Our samples are 17 lecturers at the Language Center, National Defence University of Malaysia, where I am attached to. And data was analyzed using SPSS version 25, descriptive analysis, reliability, and inferential analysis for the closed-ended questions, and content analysis for the open-ended questions. So we come to findings and discussion, right? We found out that all respondents, they agree that all the 7 skills, all the 7 soft skills are needed by new employees or future graduates in any organization, whether in educational organization or any other employment sectors, okay? Because employers seek these soft skills and they are important at the workplace. Secondly, the 3 most important soft skills for employability, according to our respondents, are: the first one is problem solving and thinking skills, followed by communication skills, and the third one, teamwork skills. We also found that respondents agreed that graduates do not have these soft skills. Yeah, according to them, our future graduates, they do not have yet these soft skills. This actually supports what is being said about the graduates. Okay, graduates in Malaysia, they say that they are lack of soft skills that are needed for employment. And lastly is respondents agreed that these soft skills are being taught at the university. And they also claim that
Sorry for
internship.
interruption. You have 2 minutes more, so
All right.
please.
Thank you. Yes, training will expose them to these soft skills. All right. So the conclusion is 1 minute. Okay. So soft skills is really important, as being said by employers out there in Malaysia, and we are teaching soft skills, but the lecturers themselves said that the students still do not have soft skills. So this research suggests to identify which soft skills that we should teach, look back at the soft skills and put more focus in developing the soft skills, and consider creating a course specifically in teaching the soft skills to meet employers' needs. And universities' instruction must incorporate and stress non-cognitive skills that is the effective domain. Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you for listening. The end. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for presenting this interesting topic on soft skills and critical skills. And I think all these skills are very much important, not only for the employability or employment, but everything for the social and practical life and every other thing. The paper is good and followed both method is qualitative and quantitative methods, and I think it's publishable in a good journal. And if anyone have question or any suggestion, they can come to the Q&A session and we can discuss it. Thank you so much, Professor Ali.
Wow, really appreciate it, and thanks for presentation. It was really good and appreciable, self-explanatory, and it was really like I learned a lot of things from that about Malaysia. Now I would like to move to the next presenter. I will say the paper ID. Okay, the paper ID is, I think, if I'm not wrong, the paper ID is 542. Metacognitive awareness factors in a student's ability in evaluating political false news on a social networking sites. Francisco, if you are there, please proceed.
542. 542. Are you available? 542. 542, I think, is not available. Yeah. Okay. Please proceed to the next one. I think it's
Okay,
not
then-
available.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So the next paper ID is 543. Vacation YouTube vlogs narrative analysis of tourism development. If you are here, please proceed.
543.
Yes. Me.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Okay. Okay, wait for share screen.
Please share a screen.
Yes, wait. Okay, you can see the slide screen.
Yeah, it's visible. Please.
Yes. Okay. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ainino Puraida. I'm from Diponegoro University, Indonesia, and I'm represent of my team. There are Professor Indah Susilowati, Professor Joko Raka Sukawati, and Dr. Mati Ika Prastiatiwi. And at this moment, I will present our research and the title are a narrative analysis of tourism destination Nusa Lembongan using vacation YouTube vlogs. So I will show you about Bali. Bali is the most popular tourist destination in the domestic or global, and by TripAdvisor Travelers Choice Best of the Best 222 TripAdvisor Travelers Choice Best of the Best 2022. Bali have a natural wealth and beauty, as well as the unique of its culture community are the main attraction. So if you see the number of the tourists visiting by Bali Province Centrals, sorry. Bali Province by Bali Province Central Statistic Agency, the number of foreign tourist arrival to Bali Province during 2016 until 2019 is increased, but we know in the year 2020 occurred COVID-19 pandemic, and it so hit the tourism. So the 2019 until 2091, there are extreme decline in the foreign tourist visits because the policy for limited activities and transportasi. So the Bali tourist destination, there are many of spot tourism like the stunning Sanu Beach, Kuta Beach, Tanjung Benoa, and mountain panoramas like in Batur's landscape, and tourist communities like in village tourism Panglipuran. This is in the main of island. Actually, in the near of main island in Bali, there are Nusa Island group. As of the one part is Nusa Lembongan. Nusa Lembongan have a natural scene scenery with white sandfish, mangrove forest, and beautiful underwater scene scenery. Nusa Lembongan has fewer tourism visit than other Nusa Lembongan island like Penida, Ceningan, and Ceningan, but Nusa Lembongan has an extraordinary natural beauty. So we use a vlogger YouTube vacation to analyze or investigate about this destination image of the Nusa Lembongan Island. So this is a short of methodology we use. The data analysis categories secondary data from description or statement of vlogger YouTube channel. We use currently up video YouTube in 2022. There are 6 video. The most of the video of vacation in Nusa Lembongan from forage tourists, and this is only one from Indonesia, but the upload is in 2021, and 2 of the part is account YouTube verified. So the analysis method use qualitative with assist and Vivo software with narrative analysis techniques. So the highlight of word cloud results is one now. Highlight is now. It is mentioned about the currently of video YouTube's, and we select that were only taken in 2021 until 2022, and the second is island and little. It means the Nusa Lembongan is a small archipelago on the island of Nusa, and then beautiful. It is mean the good scenery of the high cliffs of the fish, the underwater mangrove forest, and the daily life of host communities is very beautiful. And the last highlight is boats and water, meaning that main attraction of Nusa Lembongan tourism is marine tourism, or in Indonesian called wisata bahari. And this is we can summarize attraction of Nusa Lembongan by YouTube vlogger YouTube channel. You can see this is 6 number of screenshot in the YouTube video. In the one, you can see a condition of the village. It is mentioned about cultural of local people of host communities, and the 2 and 4 you can see a panorama of land, panorama of beach. This is a image of a beautiful beach, and you can see a mangrove forest, and 2 last is in the water, snorkeling and diving underwater. So you can see all of the people in this YouTube channel smiling. So there are is there are satisfaction visiting in the Nusa Lembongan. So this we classify destination image for 3 indicators are cognitive image, affective image, and satisfaction. So the ones is a cognitive image. We can the result is interesting of cognitive image is founding. One of magnetism is a host community culture, because the YouTube channel are forage tourists, so they see a different lifestyle and culture. And the other of cognitive image is natural paranormal or landscape and beautiful underwater. But there are uniques of Nusa Lembongan, but weakness of the Nusa Lembongan, because the Nusa Lembongan fewer tourists visit, so maybe the governments not take more attention in the Nusa Lembongan, so there are no psych direction to spot tourism in the Nusa Lembongan. So this is a weakness of the Nusa Lembongan tourism. So the second is affective image. The affective image correlates with cognitive. Dominant are beautiful beach and underwater, and the Nusa Lembongan have more attractive because quiet and so be peaceful place to enjoying and relaxing for the tourism. And this is and there are several statements of the vloggers YouTube. So you can see in the right example, the statement of YouTube say, just want to say that was the best animal experience we've ever had. Best snorkeling we've ever had. It was amazing, and it was only like an hour, and it was enough time for us usually. So the satisfaction image, all of the...
Sorry for interruption. You have 2 minutes more, so please be conclusive. Thank you.
Yes. So the last is a satisfaction image. Comes of all the indicator in Nusa Lembongan, from natural beauty, service such as transportation, villa, hotel, and restaurant. It is a complex, amazing place in the Nusa Lembongan. And the vloggers YouTube give a recommendation for the viewer to visiting in Nusa Lembongan. And the last, the conclusion of the research, we can say Nusa Lembongan is an alternative tourism in Bali, because it is rarely known by tourists, but Nusa Lembongan offer unique attraction. So the Nusa Lembongan is good if the viewer tourist arrival. So this is a main attraction of the Nusa Lembongan. And the second is based on the statement of vlog vacation. Nusa Lembongan is able to present an extraordinary experience through beautiful beach, good indigenous people, and underwater beauty. And the unique that appears in the cognitive image category is the host communities that are friendly, kind, and unique. So the last, we observe YouTube channel, this YouTube channel in Nusa Lembongan, more from forage tourists, and usually if the place more visiting forage tourists, is a pricey or expensive. So Nusa Lembongan category is a luxury tourism. So thanks for attention, and terima kasih. This is other tourism in the Indonesia except Nusa Lembongan. Terima kasih.
Thank you. Thank you so much for presenting this interesting study about the YouTube channels analysis about tourist destination in Nusa Lembongan, and I think it's quite interesting. You can attract a lot of readership from tourists and tourist enterprises, including government agencies and government departments. Quite a good study, and is, I think, have the potentials to be published in a good journal. Yeah, if you have any question regarding this presentation, can come to the Q&A session and we will discuss it. Thank you so much, Professor Ali.
Well, thanks for the presenting. It was really interesting about Indonesia, Bali, the tourist spots, a very famous one. I've also been there. It's really interesting to know about the promotion through YouTube channels. Well, I would like to move to the next presenter. I will say the paper ID. The paper ID is 544. Factors affecting decision of purchasing homeowner insurance of the owners of the. So if you are here, please go on.
544, I think, is a video PPT, so we can move to the next presentation.
Okay. So
wait. Ivana presented here, 544, Dr. Nasir Al-Bala. You want to present it here in Zoom, right?
This is 54. No, this is 545.
Oh, it's 545, the last one. Okay.
Yeah, the next one. The next one. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, please.
Can you see my presentation? Is it
yeah, it was
available?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. First of all, I would like to thank you for giving us this opportunity to be part of this important conference. As you may know, the time here is in the morning. It's just like 8 a.m. in the morning. So in our time, I will say good morning from our side, but from your side, it's good evening. We'll present the legal framework for e-commerce in Jordan. This paper aims at clarifying the nature of electronic commerce and its significance in commercial transaction. And its significance in commercial transaction, as well as the definition of electronic commerce and the extent to which the legal texts governing such transactions are compatible with other laws and their applications in the legal and commercial environment. As well as we will clarify and mention the types and methods of this type of e-commerce and the laws and legalization governing this type of e-commerce. In order to achieve the study's objective, the researcher relied on the descriptive and analytical methods to demonstrate the required information and the possibility of obtaining it from its various sources, describing it in detail, analyzing it logically, and incorporating into it the legal methods and the studies that incorporate to this type of study. At the end, the study concluded with several results representing and the statement of the nature of electronic commerce, which is one of the most significant and prominent types of modern commerce and contains many benefits that involve extracting interest for what serves the purpose of the business at the general level and electronic business at the general level, and the study revealed the existence of the objectives.
Sorry, I
finally-
can only see the first slide. Are you moving the slides?
I will be moving. Yeah, just we are summarizing the whole issue here. As an introduction, trade is one of the most important means for the emergence and progress of countries, and one of the most important transactions in this world. Trade has also accompanied a great development in exchange operations by moving from the winter and summer trips to one trip and throughout the year, and different from place to place and time to time requirements in traditional trade, which contributed to that. It is the technological revolution that contributed to the development of new businesses and operations through electronic transactions, including the e-commerce. The study is organized as follows. The first topic introduced the concept of electronic commerce from a historical development point of view, then the definition of electronic commerce and its importance. The second chapter involves the characteristics and advantages of electronic commerce. It includes the characteristics of electronic commerce and its advantages. The main problem that was under study lies in the researchers' quest to clarify the concept of electronic commerce and how it can provide protection, and to show the types of this type of commerce and the benefit that can be achieved by adopting such type of commercial transactions, because the subject of electronic transactions, especially electronic commerce, is less addressed in research and scientific theses, which did not give this subject the necessary importance to the field of adopting electronic commerce within the legal framework, explicitly and clearly according to the limits of the researcher knowledge. So the current study came to explain the concept of e-commerce in the field of law and commerce. The main questions that were raised by this study, what's e-commerce? And falls under the central question of the study, the following subsections. What are electronic transactions and their importance in legal studies? What are the objectives of this type of trade? What are the advantages and disadvantages of this type of a trade? The current study emerged from the reality of several goals that the researcher seeks to achieve, and these goals are the main objective of the study, represented by the following. What e-commerce is. This is one objective. The sub-objectives that belong to this one is e-commerce concept statement, to highlight the features of e-commerce and to clarify the difficulties facing e-commerce law. The research methodology, first of all, the descriptive approach was adopted to answer the problem posed in this study by describing the problem under study. Then an analytical approach is followed to answer the problem posed in this study by analyzing the legal texts regulating the subject of the study and using jurisprudential opinions and judicial opinions to answer the problem of the study. By definition, there are many important definitions that were brought from different authentic resources about the e-commerce. And as we can see, these definitions, according to the Jordanian legislator, took its broad definition as any procedure that takes place between two or more parties to create an obligation on one party, or a reciprocal obligation between two or more parties, whether the procedure relates to a commercial or civil business or other government development, and added that through electronic means, the means are considered electronic means, the technology of using electromagnetic, electrical, magnetic, or any similar means. As we can see, even though in Jordan, it provides the e-commerce definition as a broad definition without providing some sort of a legal framework to follow a good procedure in that part. It's not purely comprehensive, and the transactions are not very clear. So there is a there is an importance for e-commerce because it lies in the modern means and methods that distinguish it compared to the methods adopted in normal commerce, or these means are based on expanding the scope of trade and establishing stronger cultural, social, and linguistic links between governments and different cultures in the world. Also, when the buyer is briefed about the commodity and enables him to know its type, price, and kind, he will be able to compare them, which will enable him to evaluate the product in a very better way. As a natural consequence for the rapid expansions of e-commerce, which compel the majority of the systems to enact laws to control the provisions of e-commerce, it is necessary to bring these rules very close together. This is very important that each country has its own laws. So one of the things that we feel that it's important to bring these rules and regulations together. Nonetheless, one of the hallmarks of electronic e-commerce is the unification of regulation in this regard. The e-commerce features, there is no need for a direct relationship between a direct party, as it is sufficient to communicate between the parties to the commercial process through the use of electronic means and communication networks. Electronic commerce is characterized by universality, as it transcends the time and spatial limits that restrict the movement of commercial transactions and access to all markets, regardless of their location, with high speed and low expenses, that thus applying the idea of globalization. Also, there is an absence of any documents and papers exchange in the procedure of the commercial process, so that these papers are circulated, sent, and received from any party and anywhere in the world through electronic means, and this would save expenses and rationalize them significantly. Also, the possibility of conducting and implementing some or all of the procedures of the commercial process, including contracting, transportation, and delivery of intangible goods of a digital nature, such as programs and others, very quickly. Other advantages: the first advantage of the e-commerce for business, first of all, e-commerce, due to its nature on databases and the internet, reduces the cost of creating, processing, distributing, storing, and retrieval of paper documents. E-commerce does not link the merchant to specific geographical location, thus allowing him to reach the farthest point of the world and even geographically scattered area, thus turning the world into an open market for investors. E-commerce helps activate startup projects, allowing them to stand on an equal footing with larger projects.
Dr. Nasser, please conclude it. You have 1 or 2 minutes more. Thank you.
Okay, as we can see that the advantage is not limited for the buyer, it's also for the buyers from an individual perspective, and also for the community. The most important results and recommendations that we came up from this showed that the definition of e-commerce, in addition to its characteristic in terms of time, place, efforts, and expenses, this is very important. It showed also the advantage of this type of trade and the legal nature of this type of trade. The results also showed that as a result of the societies and their members, whether people or companies, they should keep pace with the type of commercial transaction. The legislature must keep pace with these developments and codify special texts for systems of such type of transactions, and so on. At the end, in light of these foregoing results, the researcher recommends the following: the necessity of unifying the legislation governing electronic transaction in order to preserve the interests of individuals, the need to encourage individuals and investors alike to deal in electronic e-commerce by reducing or exempting customers by electronic means from taxes. And finally, it's necessary to include legal text to protect the consumer in this type of transaction in order to prevent fraud. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening. And if you have any question, please come up with it. I'm ready to answer any type of question related to this research. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for presenting this important topic regarding e-commerce and regarding the legal aspects of e-commerce, which is quite important, I think, in this study has a good, robust methodology and all the objectives have been achieved. And I think it has the potential to be published in a good journal. If you have any question regarding this presentation, you can come to the Q&A and we will discuss it. Thank you so much, Professor Ali. So I think this is the end, and this was the last presentation. I don't know whether if someone is there and he or she missed the presentation, you can tell me now. Wait, 545 was the last one. One that is 535 I think was absent, and if you are available now, you can come to present your paper. If not, then we can come to the Q&A session. Yeah, I think all are done. Am I right? I think. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much. And all the presentations are done. And I hope the participants of today's conference enjoyed today's virtual session. And it was really a great experience with all of you. Thank you so much for participating in our virtual conference. All the presenters have very good research ideas and had put their efforts for the best. All the papers, data was supported by robust methodologies and theoretical frameworks and achievable objectives. But still, improvements are always needed in every manuscript to make it able for publication in a good journal. And I think now we are open for the Q&A session. And if you have any question regarding any presentation, you can ask, and Professor Mike Ali is also available. He is evaluating every presentation, and on the basis of that evaluation, you will get an award in the form of certificate. Professor Ali.
Well, on behalf of the IIARP, I just say thanks to all for your precious time and your knowledgeable presentations here. Now we are closing remarks here, so we will have 5 minutes for Q&A sessions. If you have any questions and comments, you can please ask here. Now we can, I think, move to the co-chair, Dr. Shakir. If he has anything to say, the closing remarks, I would say thank you to all.
Thank you, Professor Mike. And yes, we are open for the question and answer session. If you have any question regarding, Norshima, please, you have a question.
Okay, this question is for Dr. Ayu. Yeah, hello, hi. My question is, in Malaysia itself, today's generation, well, they don't stay put in one company for long. It's happening in Malaysia. They like to job hopping. Can you please share with us how is it in Indonesia, and what do you think is the most, important cause which is causing the young generation not to have the we culture? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Norshima. It's quite a great question for my research, and thank you for your inquiry. Excuse me, Dr. Shakir, may I answer it?
Please, please, please.
Okay, thank you. It's quite interesting, the question about the young generation. In Indonesia also, that we call them as a kutu loncat. You know, it's mean that 3 months, 3 months in the organization, and then moving to another organization. Actually, I have a research that the young generation will stay longer in organization if they have the offering from the organization for the 6 months. What will happen in the 6 months? If the 6 months they feel that they will have security in this organization, so they will stay long. But in another research in my and what I have been done, I find in Indonesia the young generation, it's very hope find the participative leader in their organization, so they will stay. But if they find the leaders, it's kind of authoritarian or some it just become a role model. That's not enough, but they really need the participative leader, that beside the role leader, the role model, the leader also can give them the coach, can give them the way how to do the job. And what make they feel weak culture. I just presented my research for I think it's 4 days ago in national conference in Indonesia, and talk about the Gen Z generation, Gen Z, and what make them feel communities, what make them feel the weak culture is about engage. So we should be engage them. We should be have them to do the same thing, and we appreciate their what is it, their ideas, their way, and we treat them equally, so they will feel appreciate and they will stay. That's what my finding in my research in Indonesia. I think that I don't know in Malaysia it also the same thing, or no, maybe we can collaborate to do this research. It will be nice. Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Nors.
you, Dr. Ayub. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And may I ask a follow-up question? It's quite interesting from a sociological and anthropological perspective. Is the we and they and collective, the value of collectivism can play an important role in business enterprises. So, Professor Ayu, do you see any changes or transformation in this we culture, collective values in your country recently due to COVID-19 or the current trends in modernization and other factors which affect this we feelings or collective values in your country? Maybe there are positive trends or negative trends in this aspect of we are collective values. What do you think?
Okay, thank you, Dr. Shakir. In my opinion, we culture will be have what is it? What do you call the great influence to the company, because I think that they will feel the same. They will feel what is it? What we call about the event, the evidence, the phenomena like suggest a COVID-19. We can deal with them as a collective, as a group. So you don't feel that's by yourself, but you feel it with us, and the collaboration of this action to deal the COVID-19. I really feel it in Indonesia, and the leader is getting more empathy for the employees, employers getting empathy for the employees, and the employees also have the understanding when some of the benefit didn't come to them because of the what is it, the productivity of the company is not good as before COVID, but there is a research. I think it's very new, and it's quite tempting me also. That said, Indonesia right now, maybe it's not the collectivist as before. Indonesia right now, it's tend to move to the individualistic, and I think I still cannot say more about this finding, because I need to find the evidence by myself first to enlarge this finding. But if Dr. Shakir asks me about the we culture in Indonesia, I think in Indonesia we have the spirit, we have the value of, we call it gotong royong. Gotong royong, it's mean that working together will be achieve more, and I think that this is this exists when we deal with the COVID, especially in company and also in education or in another aspect. I think that's what I can share, Dr. Shakir.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Any other question from other participants or any suggestion? Or you can ask me something about the conference or about the upcoming activities or about the publication, about the journals, anything you want to ask. Noreshma, Ms. Noreshma, yeah, please.
You can simply call me Shima.
Oh,
Right.
Shima.
Yeah. Hello. Hi. This question is for
mispronouncing your name. Sorry.
Yeah, Shima. My next question is to Miss Aini. Hello, Miss Aini.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry, I might have missed it, but I really want to know, how did you get to the videos in your research of Nusa Lembongan, and did you just type on the internet, or and did you use any qualitative software for your analysis? Do you use NVivo or Atlas CI? How do you analyze the narratives? Thank you.
Yes. So first I'm transcribe the video, use a website. So I'm get a statement or the description of the vlogger YouTube, and then I'm input in the NVivo, and I'm analyzed to correlate with theory and the other journal. So I'm coach, and then I'm analyzed. So this it is our research. So the YouTube transcript on the web and input in NVivo, we make a codes, and yeah, we analyze. So there are output of the research in the presence.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Aini. Yeah.
Thank you. Ayu, yeah.
Yes.
Do you have a question?
Dr. Sakir, may I asking about not about the topic of this on the participants? I would like to know about the how to publish our manuscript from this conference.
Yeah, please. You let me know whether you want to publish it in Scopus Index Journal or Google Scholar Index Journal, or you want to opt for Web of Science Journal. What's your choice? Can you please let me know?
Yes. When I choose the publication on this conference, I choose for the Scopus for the B1 categories. Yes.
Yeah. So for the Scopus, it's a good option, and we have a number of journals, good journals in the area of social science. And after this conference, after 5 to 10 days, you can revise your manuscripts, and you can check for the grammar and other mistakes, and you can format it, and you can send it to info. Wait, I'm writing here the email address. You can send it here in with the rate of IIARP.org. You can send it here, and we will choose matching journal for your manuscript, and we will inform you whether you agree to publish it here or not. So yeah, that's fine. If the paper is accepted here in this conference and you want to publish it in Scopus, Google Scholar, Web of Science, we will try to publish it. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Ms. Anindya, your question?
I think Dr. Nasir raised
sorry.
his hand first. Yeah.
First, we go to Dr. Nasir. He raised the question, the hand first. Please.
My question was really, it's the same as the question of Dr. Nurchima, Dr. Aywa, about the process of publication, because at the end, the ultimate goal for researchers is to publish his work in let us say an authentic and refereed journal like Scopus and maybe Q1 journal. So the idea is, how can we make sure that at the end of this conference, this article is really published after it's really followed all the different types of checkups, including the grammar and manuscript check and the review process. How long it will take to really publish it in a good journal?
Okay, thank you so much. Dr. Nasir, you want to go for the Scopus Q1, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first suggestion is, my personal suggestion is F1000 research, which is a Scopus Q1 journal, and it is author-oriented process. If you want us to be involved in this process, and we control, we manage everything, like from the reviewer suggestion to submission, data and everything, then you can contact me through my WhatsApp. Wait, I will share my WhatsApp. Wait. And we will manage this process. Wait. This is the WhatsApp you can add. I sent it to everyone in the chat box. Yeah, so this is my WhatsApp, and we can manage, or you can manage by yourself. For the F1000 research, you basically need to find 5 reviewers. The 5 reviewers should be from different countries. like not from one country or from your country. And the reviewers must have a completed PhD degree. And the reviewers, another criteria is that he or she must have relevant papers published in that area. These three are the basic criteria to be suggested as a reviewer for your paper. Your paper first will go through an editorial check in this journal, a desk review, and when it passed through this desk review, it will be published on the website. It is a quite different model of publication. It will first be published. Then the suggested reviewers by authors will be invited to review the paper. Maybe 3 or 4 reviewers are from these 5 reviewers, total of 5, 2 or 3 will be invited to review the papers. The comments of the reviewers will also be published on the website, and the authors will be invited to revise the paper. When you revise the paper, the revised version will be sent back to the reviewers, and the reviewers need to approve it. When two reviewers from a total of 4 or 5 reviewers approve your manuscript, it means it will goes for indexing in Scopus Q1. So it's quite easy and quite author-oriented process. So I suggest you to go for this journal. And the journal is open access. The original fee is $1,350, but if you submit it through IIARP, it means you will only be charged is $1,200, not $1,350 USD. We also have other options. If you want to go for other journal, you can also let us know, and you can send us your revised manuscript after this conference, and we will suggest you 2-3 journals, and then you can let us know where you want to publish it. Yeah. Thank you. And on India, you have a question?
Yes, Dr. Shakir, thank you. This is also a follow-up question about the publication. So I have sent the manuscript since in the beginning, in the abstract, my team and I stated that it is supposed to be a qualitative research, but due to the limitation of time, we only can provide the literature review paper. So I would like to know when would be the deadline to revise the paper, the article, because this is still work in process paper. So I really like to submit in a full paper, which is using the qualitative method. So I would like to know what would be the deadline, Dr. Shakir.
Thank you so much. First of all, please let me know you want to publish it in Google Index Journal or Scopus.
Yes, I plan to submit in Scopus in F100 Q1.
F1000 Q1.
F1000,
okay.
Yes.
So now your paper is a review paper or it is a research article?
It is a research article, but using the study literature review method. So we only have a conceptual framework as a result, but we have not tested in any other method. But we plan to submit the qualitative one.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got it. Actually, in F1000 research, this is a condition that you must have an associated data with the article. For example, you have conducted an SPSS analysis. You need to send the SPSS file where you have the data set. If you have conducted a thematic analysis and a review, you also need to send data set with your article. They need to be published in a research repository. Then it's able to be published in a F1000 research website. So you need to have an associated data set. If you don't have, you need to provide it. Otherwise, F1000 research will not go for it. Yeah, so you can revise it. in 10 to 15 days, no problem. You can conduct your analysis and you can associate the data, and you can send it to this email, and we will proceed. No worries.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Shakir.
Thank you. Any paper among the participants which is for the Google Scholar Index Journal? Any paper?
Sorry, Dr.
Because
Shakir, I think my paper.
your paper. Okay. Yeah. We also launched a new OJS journal, and it is indexed in Google Scholar, and it is also under evaluation in progress, and it is also indexed in other WorldCat and other good indexes, databases. You can send your paper, we will publish it there.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other question regarding the publication or papers, or any other question?
Excuse me, Dr. Shakir, one more question.
Yeah, please.
Okay. I already sent my manuscript in order to fulfill the prerequisite that I would like to submit in Scopus. So should I revise my article again, or the committee just will review the manuscript that I sent before?
You basically to revise it for the last and final grammatical check and other mistakes, if any, and you can say if it's already a polished version, you can send it now. Okay. No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And I think there is no question, Professor Ali. So I think, wait, I have to share the YouTube channel, and please channel. Okay, so you can watch the other videos which were not able to present it here on Zoom. Some of the presenters were basically unable to present it here on the Zoom, so they send it in the video form, and we upload it to our YouTube channel. And those who yet didn't send their videos or didn't present it here on Zoom, they can send it here to this email. I'm sharing again in the chat box. Yeah. And wait. Yeah. Yeah, so all the presentations are evaluated, including the video presentations in, yeah, this is the YouTube link. I'm gonna share it here. Yeah. You can watch and subscribe to our channel. Yeah, this is the YouTube link for the uploaded PPTs. And all the presentations, including live in video or YouTube presentation, are evaluated by our reviewers. And the results for the award winners will be sent to your email, along with the proceedings of this conference and your certificates, the authors, presenters, as well as the co-author certificates. And I hope you all enjoyed this session, and we are looking forward to your participation in our upcoming conferences and other activities. And you can also check our Facebook page for the updated information. I'm sharing here the Facebook page. Here you can like and follow it, that you may be linked with the updated information. Thank you.
Can I have just a question about the conference that will take place in Bali in November? Do you think it will be like not virtual, it will be like face-to-face, or it's
Actually,
just virtual?
Due to this COVID and restrictions around the world, we stopped our in-person conferences, but soon we will start the in-person conferences in I think from November, December, we will start the in-person conferences soon, and you can follow our Facebook page for the updated information, and you can join it. Yeah, of course, no problem. And you are welcome. And we will have conferences around the world, in Malaysia, UAE, Dubai, and Saudi Arabia, and East Asia, Middle East, in all countries. Yeah, we will restart it in person soon. Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have a conference maybe at the beginning of the year, either in Malaysia or Indonesia, or maybe Taiwan. It would be nice. Thank you.
Yeah, we gonna start it soon in person, because I think except China and some countries, other countries are quite open now for the traveling, and yeah, so that will be not a problem, I think. Yeah, so I think it's enough for now, but I want you all to open your cameras and we can take a smiley faces photo, a group photo, if you don't mind. Sania, Aziz, and Aini, if you want to join us in this group photo. Okay, so please be ready. Thank you. And 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, it's done. Any other question? Or we stop it now? And I shared already the email and the WhatsApp. So if any question, you can contact us anytime and we will be available. No problem. Thank you. Professor Ali.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Professor Ali, if you have any remarks, and then we gonna finish it.
Well, thank you. I don't have any question, but it was really amazing and I really enjoyed it. So hopefully see you next time. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a